All right, everybody, we've made it all the way to day 22. Welcome. I have a set of 20s, a set of 10s, and a resistance band. If you don't have a resistance band, and I chose the heaviest one that I have available in my little supply cabinet. If you don't have one, it's not a big deal. You can have a smaller set of weights, 5s, 8s, or even maybe the 10s on the ready. And I'll go through what we have going. We're going to hit up a Ticktock plank before and after every set of back moves that we have. So what we're going to be doing is hitting 2 back exercises, 10 reps each for 4 total rounds. Then we'll hit another set of the Ticktock planks, and then we'll have a new set of back stuff. So let's go ahead and get some warm up going on. Stand at the back of your mat for me. Grab your core nice and tight. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Go ahead and grab your left hand and pull to the right. Exhale as you pull. Feel that stretch along the side, your lat through the rib cage, but pull your belly button in. Hopefully we can stay stacked straight up. Inhale to center. Grab your right hand and pull to the left. Feel that hinge, get nice and far over, and then come back to the center. Reach nice and far up overhead, and then we're going to fold down over the legs. So find your hip creases, and that's where we're hinging from. So your legs stay nice and straight, hopefully. Hinge from those creases. Grab each elbow with your hand, tuck your chin, and just let the weight of your elbows and arms and head pull your body forward. And then just give me a little bounce. So you kind of get a little deeper stretch and then a little relief. Okay, go ahead and widen out your feet so that they're about mat width, or if you're pretty tight, maybe even a little bit wider. And feel free to bend your knees a little bit as well. We want to try to get your back nice and flat. So instead of rounding and hovering over, making a dome in your back, really try to keep it nice and flat and get to the point where you can tap your fingertips on the ground. Then we're going to inhale and bring one arm up, twist, trying to keep your hips level. And then exhale down, bring the other arm up with your inhale. So you should feel a nice little stretch, pull and grab, work on that mobility and range of motion through the mid back. Grab your belly button and pull it back towards your spine. Sit those hips back. All right, and then we're going to walk our arms forward. So slide your shoulder blades down your back, walk your arms all the way out, and we'll stop when we're in a downward facing dog. So push your heels down to the ground or as close as you can. If you find that you're really tight in the hamstrings and it's tough to get your booty up in the air, bend your knees and let your chest drive back toward your thighs, and that'll give you more space in your back. So you really want to feel the back push toward your thighs, shoulder blades push down. Grab to that core. Take a couple more deep breaths. And then we'll come down onto our hands and knees. All right, bring your hands back so they're right underneath the shoulders. We're going to go through some cat-cow. So inhale and push your chest forward. Make sure that as your shoulder blades slide down and the belly droops toward the ground, that your hips stay right above your knees and your shoulders right above the hands, hopefully. Inhale, push it all up, and then exhale, we're going to pull the belly button back towards your spine, round, so push into the hands, push into the knees. Let's go 2 more like that, just nice and slow. We're going for space in our spine. And then 1 more. And exhale. All right, and then take big hinges. You can bring your hands backward. Big hinges side to side through those hips. Feel a little more stretch through the hips. Low back, mid back. All right. So, as I said, between every back set, weighted back set, we're going to be doing Ticktock planks. So a Ticktock plank, you're going to go down onto your forearms, shoulders, make sure that you're set in your plank first, right? So don't run into your Ticktock too fast. Sorry. But keep your shoulder heads up past your elbow crease. Then you'll rotate your hips side to side. And we're going to go 20 each side for 40 total. If you don't plank, I'm going to have you extend your opposite arm and leg in a bird dog, set it down, and then come back to the other side. So with your bird dog, this isn't a lesser exercise. It should be no less difficult than your Ticktock. So it just requires that you have to flex into your move a lot on your own. So really gripping into the hands, those knees driving into the ground. So you're rooted and flexed and firm. You have isometric flexion, hugging muscle to the bone all over the body. And then you got to keep those shoulder blades slid down and the hips level as you extend and come back together. And focus on that core contraction and flexion. All right, twist through that back just a little more as we're going into our Ticktock planks. It's a lot of rotation into that mid back. We kind of have already been working on it, making sure we're prepped. So start with your plank, and then here we go. Rock right and then left. There's 1, 2. So your range of motion is kind of up to you, whatever your back is ready for. If you're still a little stiff today, then, enter in a little bit slower. Be nice to yourself. There's 10. We want to try and get our hips back up in line with shoulders without over popping. And then we want to try to get our quads close to the ground. 18, 19, and 20. Okay. First exercise for our back this round, we're going to go into a super lift. Superman, superwoman, super being, whatever you want to be. So I'm going to keep my elbows bent in a goalpost. This exercise is super, super focused on your upper back. So it's not a low back exercise. So what's lifting the body is just pinching shoulder blades together and flexing through your glutes and hamstrings. You need to keep your core super engaged and the shoulder blades down, and then tuck your chin just a little so you look right at the ground so that your neck is neutral. Okay, so tuck your chin, and then here we go. Let's lift. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2, 3. Really pinch between those shoulder blades. The tendency here is to start lifting your neck. So we're not going for massive, massive height and lift in the neck, but a squeeze in the back. 1 more. Okay, 10. So now grab your 10-pounders or mid-weight, and we're going to lunge from here. And then these are going to be our 2 exercises for this round. Okay, so 1 leg forward, 1 leg back. Hinge over that front leg. So try to get your chest as close to the thigh as possible. Make sure your back stays long. Just like we hit with our Superman, tuck in your chin. Belly strong, and then pull some traction in your legs so you can get a little leg heat as well. And then palms face backwards, elbows come up high and wide, and then you just fly over that leg. Again, pinch between the shoulder blades. Hold the core strong, and then focus on that upper back. Let's watch our downward motion as well. Keep flexion as you go back to the ground. So you're fighting gravity. 8, 9, 10. Okay, back to your super lift. On your belly. So get everything set. Shoulders back and down. Tuck your chin. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Keep the core strong. 10. Okay, let's put our other leg forward. Find that grip between your knee and heel. Reach over the leg, long spine. Elbows come up, squeeze together. Stayed a little lighter on these ones because I really want to make sure that I'm dialed into that upper back underneath my scapula, so your shoulder blades, and then the rhomboids, those muscles that pinch your shoulder blades together. 8, 9, and 10. Shoulder heads stay rolled back and down, and we keep the work in our back. Okay, 2 more sets. Tuck that chin, belly strong. Lift. 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. All right, back to our kneeling fly. Get your setup. Long spine, belly strong. Here we go. 1. The legs are still strong. 5. Focus on that back. Don't really worry about how high your elbows get. Just worry about that pinch between the shoulder blades. Sometimes if we're worried about our range with the hands, we forget the point is in the elbows and the back. Here's 10. All right. Last time through. Definitely feeling my back. You should not be feeling your low back. Belly strong. Lift. 1, 2, 7, 9. Focus those glutes, core, and upper back. All right, last time on our kneeling flies. Lock into the core. Hands point behind. Find that traction between your heel and knee. 3. Both directions. We're working both directions. 7, 8. If you have access to a mirror, it's good to check it out. Make sure that you've got all those positions and pieces of form set up, especially that flat back. All right, good work. We're going back into our Ticktock plank or your bird dog. All right, here we go. Elbows down, find your plank, and rotate. 1, 2. There's a little walk in your toes. You kind of have to pick up one toe or one foot and then the other, so you don't start kind of walking away. Make sure that you're still pushing evenly between each elbow. So your elbows are not lifting off the ground side to side. You're rotating through that mid-back. This builds a lot of mobility there as well. 18, 19, 20. All right, new set of work. We're going to have a locomotive and then our sternum pull, which is the band or a back, just a back pull. Okay, so I'm going to use my 20s for the locomotive. We're going to be doing 10 each side. So once again, the biggest piece of this is locking into the core. So when we do back stuff, it's a lot of hinging. It's a lot of forward holding, and you have to get the core strong to support the low back. Think of your core like a hammock or a saddle. It wraps all the way around when I tighten it together to support the low back. So one leg's a little forward, one's a little back. You're going to be back on that back toe. You just kind of lifted slightly off the heel. Okay, so here I want you to hunker down pretty low. Drive your booty back and let your back stay super flat, super duper flat. And then you're going to pull one elbow and then the other. So just like our Ticktock, we're rotating through the upper back. All right, we'll count this 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab your core more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so where our flies and Superman were higher in the back, those locomotives should be a little lower on our lats. Okay, so grab your band if you have one. If you don't have a band, grab something a little lighter. You're just going to hinge forward again and pull the arms straight up. Your palms will face the ground. You'll get a little tricep here as well, but that's all good. Squeeze those shoulder blades together still. So you'll stay at 10 reps And we'll stay at 10 reps with our band. So you just find your tension, sit low, grab through the core, lift the chest, pull the thumbs back to your armpits. Same with both, whether you're in your straight arm pull or your band pull. Squeeze between those shoulder blades, focusing on our back. Core stays solid. See if you can keep your shoulder heads back, rolled back, shoulder blades slide down so that we're not rounding out. 9, 10. So that would look like this, right? When our band comes forward, we let go of the shoulder. We want to keep those slid back and held down. All right, back to our locomotive. Last time, my right toe was back. So this time, put back, belly strong, grab the core. Here we go, flat back. 2, 3, 4, 9, 10. I love those. You feel it all around that core and torso. Back to our band or your lighter weights. We're here for the back. So just focus on your back. 5. Still keep that pelvis neutral. 6. Remember, keep flexion both directions. 10. Feel the legs on that one too. Okay, back with our left foot forward. Locomotive, belly strong. 2, 3, 4. Really strong core, really flat back. 9, 10. Okay, back to your straight arm pulls or your band. 1, 2. Really focus on your back. 3. See if you can get really good at isolating a muscle or muscle group by taking your mental focus there. Once your brain gets there, then you can dial into the muscle flexion. 10. Ish. Okay, last round. Belly strong. Here we go. 1, 2. Make it your best round. 8, 10. All right. Keep that core strong. Long, strong back. That's it. Stay relaxed through your neck. Solid around that core. 7, 8. Feel those shoulder blades pinch together. 10. Whew. Made it. All right. Let's enjoy a quick little child's pose. Slide those hips back. Reach your arms way out in front. Ooh, I feel those serratus muscles. Awesome. Okay, next up, after our TikToks, we're going to have a back tap and a dead row. So we'll get there. Feeling good. Okay, back to your bird dog or TikTok. Here we go. Plant into those elbows. Tuck your tailbone under. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Just like when we're in our back set, focus on what you're feeling. What are you grabbing to lift up? Hold through center. And then drop in on the other side. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. Okay. So our back tap, let's see here. I think I'm going to start with my 10s. So you're going to hinge forward again, core hold strong. Slide into that belly, squeeze your shoulder blades together. So what I want you to do is let your weights kind of hang long in your hand from your thighs. Pull your arms straight back and then tap behind. And then stop your weights again right at the thigh. So focus on that upper middle back and your core. Okay, belly strong. Here we go. Slide back and tap. Yes, perfect. Way to hold your core strong. Try to stop your weights at your thighs. There you go. Squeeze between shoulder blades. 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Love it. Okay, we're going to go a little heavier now and go into a dead row. So I'm going to go back to the 20s. We're hinging forward again. Belly strong. Envision that your weights are on a bar. So stick your booty back, flex your back muscles together, and then you're scraping the bar right along the top of your thigh until the bar gets to your belly button. Here's 1. Squeeze between your shoulder blades. Again, can you work the muscle? Both directions of the move. Good. Core hold strong. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. 6, 7, 8, 9. See how long? And 10. You can feel like your back is, right? If you think about stretching your spine really long, space between each disc, that much better. Okay. Roll your shoulders back and down. Grab your lighter weights. Hinge forward. Not quite as much as you do with your row. And then tap back. 2. Stop the weights right at your thighs. 4, 5, 6. Slide your shoulder blades back and down. 8, 9, 10. All right, 2 down, 2 to go. Okay, we're going to hinge forward just a little bit more for our dead row. Back is flat. Make sure that your pelvis is still neutral. So watch that your low back doesn't over sag, right? So kind of feel like you're pointing your tailbone straight back instead of up. Sit onto your heels. 7, 8, focus that back, and 10. All right. 1 more. I'm going to try my 20s for my back taps. See how it goes. All right. As long as you have access to heavy weight, try to challenge the weight on your back sets. Belly strong. Here we go. Tap back. My tendency is going to be to want to swing now because my weights are a lot heavier. So I'm going to want to get momentum behind the move, but we can't do that. 7. I've also got to watch my shoulders. Keep that chest up. 9. And as the arms go back, make sure my shoulders don't round. Okay, we just have our dead rows. Sticking with my 20s. Shoulders up, back down. Find your stance first. Hinge it forward and row. 1, 2. Make sure you're not too far upright in your upper body. So the taller that you stand with your back moves, the more you get into the shoulder. We want to stay in the back. Pinch those shoulder blades together. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! All right. One more set of TikToks, and then we get to stretch. Perfect. All right. Set up your plank. Tuck in that core. Here we go. 1, 2. Work for some range of motion. 4. Check in a little deeper with your core contraction. Your body's going to find how to make it easy, and you have to figure out how to keep the effort up. 14, 15, 16. Pull your belly button in a little tighter. 19, 20. All right. Woo, hinge back into your child's pose. Reach your arms way out in front. That was a lot of back. Perfect job. 4 rounds. Reach your arms way out in front. Slide those shoulder blades down. Perfect. Okay, and then we're going to flip over and try something a little funky. So take a seat with your feet on the ground. Your knees are up, so your legs are bent. Point your fingertips right at your hips. Lift your chest first. So my hips are still on the ground. You're just trying to push your chest forward. If that feels okay on your shoulders and your hands, you can try lifting your hips up and then shifting your body forward. So you're here for a stretch in the front of the shoulders. If you don't like how it feels, just stay on the ground. Open those shoulders back. Slide your hips as far forward as you can, and then drop them back down. Perfect. Okay, release your arms, and we're going to roll back onto the ground. Put your feet mat width. Rotate your knees to the left, and put your left foot on top of your right knee. See if you can get your arms straight out on the ground, your palms down. So you might feel your hip flexor stretch. In that right side, you should also be feeling your back. Okay, unattach that knee. So take it off the right knee, and then we'll go to the other side. So both legs drop to the right. Put your right foot on top of the left knee, and then feel that stretch through the left thigh, still into the back. All right, release that foot off, and we're going to tuck both knees into our chest. So take your hands and arms and hug your knees together. See if you can push your knees all the way together, left and right, and then see if you can wrap your arms as tightly around them as possible. Tuck your chin and then relax. So you can feel a little stretch on your low back. I feel my hip flexors a little tight. Okay, release that. We're going to get our figure 4 stretch, always a good one, a nab. So take your right leg, cross it over your right ankle over your left knee. Interlace your hands behind your left thigh. So you take your right hand, slide it through the window between your thighs. Interlace your hands, or you can use a towel to grab behind if you're pretty tight. Flex both feet. Pull those legs into the chest and drive your elbow into your knee. Right elbow into right knee. Flex both feet. That just helps get a little bit more of a stretch and tension in the places that we want on the legs. You should be feeling your right hip and glute. And depending on how that relates in your body, maybe your low back. Okay, and then we'll switch to the other side. Left ankle over the right knee. Slide your left hand through that window between the thighs. Interlace your hands behind the right thigh. Flex both feet. Pull deep into your chest. Dig your left elbow into your left knee. Flex both feet. Open through the chest. Slide your shoulder blades down. All right, and then extend both legs long onto the ground and reach your arms way up overhead. So take a nice deep inhale, reach as far as you can apart from each other, and then exhale, slowly start lifting your head and chest. Reach those arms forward, roll all the way up over those toes. So this has been our stretch that we've been nabbing at the end of every single session through this series. Checking in with our flexibility. It is another factor in health and wellness, longevity, quality of life, how you feel, how those joints go through life. So everything that happens on either side of your joint, the muscles, how they're tight or how they're weak, is going to impact how they feel. Okay, and then just take your right arm, lift it up, and then slide it outside your left calf, and then your left hand behind you, twisting to the left. So grabbing again into that back that we worked so well today. And then let's bring both arms up overhead, twist the other way, right arm back, left arm outside that calf. So use the leg to push the left hand into and the ground behind you to push into, to really build some tension and grab so you can get that twist. All right, you all made it. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me. Good set with the back. We've hit our legs, we've hit our back. Tomorrow we're going to have a hit day, so I look forward to seeing you then. Take care.